No mai hoki mai anō. Kia koutou. Welcome back to the third chapter. And at the sessions I've had, or the chapters that I've had, I've forgot to put up my my contact details. So you can see my contact details here if you want to make some comments also. So I'm also posting it on Facebook. I'm sending a link to my video channel. But you're also welcome to text me or send me an email on these details as well. I'm going to go back to that one there. So just to continue, I talked about in the last chapter that I'll go through the lineage of the British Crown in terms of how the chiefs interacted with the Crown of England. And also the connection, and also the Taiopuru line through the Huiarau lineage. So, and I also mentioned about Huiarau or Huiarau, which was the gathering of the 100, or the gathering of the 100 chiefs. But basically that name was tying together, bringing together the chiefs. So just as the United Kingdom may be said to date from the accession of James VI of Scotland to the throne of England in 1603, so the United Tribes of New Zealand can be said to have begun in 1860 in terms of uniting the tribes. So it was at that time that Te Reo of Ngā Tūhoi, having successfully led the united tribal armies of Tūhoi, Ngāti Marumaru, Ngā Herehere and Heretaunga against the incursions of the Warehoi hapu of Ngāti Awa under Te Mau Taranui, proposed a plan to further unite all of the tribes of New Zealand. So the United Tribes were born. Just a second there. Okay. So Te Reo's plan operated on two levels. The first to unite the tribes by blood at the Ariki level, and the second to unite the tribal armies in a common defence policy. So both of these were long-term projections. An immediate start was made on the defence policy, with each tribal area being organised into a series of defence positions tied into pa, defended gardens, storage areas and communications. In 1836, 3 war canoes were constructed at Whakaki Lagoon near Wairoa and carved at Turanganui. These were to patrol the coast against the main threat of that time, the northern musket raiders. One of these canoes is Toki a Tapuru, which became a koha to seal a peace contract with Ngāpuhi and now rests in the Auckland Museum. So Te Rangi Topiora of Ngāti Toa and Ngāti Raukawa was the second commander of the United Tribes following Te Reo. She relinquished the position to her uncle Te Rauparaha. After his death in 1849, Te Rangi Topiora served again until her death in 1873, being succeeded by her daughter Topiora, also known as Taiopuru of Ngāti Kahungunu, Ngāti Marumaru, Ngāti Raukawa and Tūhourangi, who disbanded the army. So today we still have the 21 guards that are retained as bodyguard for the Taiopuru. I'm going to now talk about the whakapapa, or the lineage of the Taiopuru lines. So the plan to unite the bloodlines has taken a long time. The first ariki Taiopuru of the United Tribes was Waikato Tairea of Ngā Herehere. And in this picture here, you can see a picture of him with a tāmo. Of Ngā Herehere, Ngāti Maniapoto, Ngāti Kahunu, Ngai Tūhoi, Tūwharetoa Taranaki, Ngā Rauru, and Ngāti Ruanui. The second Taiopuru was Taupiri Wharehere, also of the above, and Ngāti Raukawa, Ngāti Maru. The third, Noa Herehere Taronga, Tenuku, was also of Ngāti Whātua and Ngaitau. The fourth, Taupiri Taronga, Wharehere, brought in ngā titoki and ngā tiparau. The fifth was te mare watene haronga of Ngāti Hiniata of Ngāti Parau, ngā urewera and Ngāti Whātua. The sixth was Noa Whareherehere, also of Ngāti Awa, Ngaitarangi mā Tātua. The seventh was Ariki Taiopuru, Taiuru, Tainui, Waikato, Whareherehere of Ngāti Hau, Ngāti Rangi, Parewhau, ngā titoki, Ngāti Whātua, Ngai Tai, Te Aki Tai, Ngāti Pawa, Ngāti Hene, Ngāti Mahuta, Ngāti Raukawa, Ngāti Maniapoto, Te Ati Awa, Ngāti Rahiri, Taranaki, Ngā Rauru, Ngāti Ruanui, Ngāti Maru, Ngāti Pāhau, Tūwharetoa, Ngāti Awa, Ngā Paurangahua, Ngā Herehere, Te Whatuiapiti, Takitumi, Ngāti Parau, Ngā Urewera, Te Ati Hau a Paparangi, Muau Poko, Ngai Tahu, and Ngāti Mamoi. And so that is the, and of course we've got the British Crown line as well, and the connections with the Huiarau, as I mentioned, was with King George III, and King George IV and King William IV to Queen Victoria. And so the Treaty of Waitangi and also the Declaration of Independence was endorsed by Queen Victoria. The next thing I'm going to probably also look at is the flag. And of course, the flag, as I mentioned, was really, really important for trade, but also was part and parcel of the Māori sovereignty, or the sovereign flag. Now, the colours of the flag is connected to an eagle called the hokioi. And of course, there were other flags that were looked at with the chiefs and also with King William IV. And also the flag was recognised by other nations, not only for trade, but also in terms of mana and sovereignty. I'm going to leave the third session there right now, and or the third chapter, and I will be posting again for the chapter 4, and I look forward to hearing any comments. And I'll just go back to my my details again. You're welcome to give some comments on Facebook or on my YouTube channel, or you can text me, give me a ring, or on my email. Nō reira mā te wā, e mihi atu ki a koutou katoa. May the force and peace be with you always.